When was the last time you sat in a room, completely alone, with no phone, no TV, and no music, just you and your thoughts? For most people, that sounds like a nightmare. We live in a society that tells us being alone means you are lonely. It tells us that if you aren't surrounded by friends, or constantly connected, or in a relationship, then something is wrong with you. You have failed. But what if the exact opposite is true? In the ancient Pali canon, the Buddha praised a state called viveka seclusion. He didn't see aloneness as a punishment. He saw it as the ultimate laboratory for the soul. While the sheep needs the herd to feel safe, the lion is content to walk alone. Today, we are going to challenge everything you think you know about loneliness. We will discover why your ability to be alone is not a weakness, it is actually your greatest superpower. And once you unlock it, you become untouchable. First, we must make a crucial distinction. Loneliness is the pain of being alone. It is a feeling of lack. It says, I am incomplete without others. Solitude is the glory of being alone. It is a feeling of fullness. It says, I am whole within myself. The Buddha taught that suffering comes from attachment, specifically, the attachment to external validation. When you feel lonely, it is because you're waiting for someone else to fill your cup. You are outsourcing your happiness. But when you master solitude, you realize your cup was never empty. Think of a monk in a cave. Is he lonely? No. He is more connected to the universe than the person partying in a crowded nightclub. The superpower begins the moment you stop running from the silence and start listening to it. You realize that you are not by yourself. You are with yourself. And that changes everything. Why is solitude a superpower? Because it acts as a filter. Every day, you are bombarded. Opinions from the news, expectations from your parents, drama from your friends, pressure from society. You are like a sponge absorbing dirty water. Eventually, you don't even know who you are anymore. You are just a collection of other people's thoughts. The Buddha often spoke of paviveka, physical seclusion, as a way to detox the mind. When you step away from the crowd, the noise settles. The mud drops to the bottom of the glass. In that silence, you regain your own voice. You remember what you actually like, not what looks good on Instagram. You remember what you value, not what society tells you to buy. This is why people who spend time alone are often the most charismatic. They aren't echoing everyone else. They are original. They are authentic. And authenticity is magnetic. Here is the scary truth. The reason we hate being alone is that we don't like the person we are alone with. Your mind can be a terrible roommate. It judges you. It brings up past mistakes. It worries about the future. So we turn on the TV to drown out the roommate. We scroll TikTok to ignore him. But the Buddhist path demands that we make peace with this roommate. This is the practice of Maitri, unconditional friendliness to oneself. When you spend time alone, you are forced to face your demons. And at first, it is uncomfortable. But if you stay, if you breathe, if you watch the thoughts without reacting, something magical happens. The demons lose their power. You realize, oh, that's just a thought. It can't hurt me. This is the superpower of self-sovereignty. If you can be happy sitting alone in an empty room, you are invincible, because no one can take that away from you. You don't need a relationship to be happy. You don't need a party to have fun. You are free. There is a famous Buddhist text called the Rhinoceros Sutra. In it, the Buddha says, if you cannot find a wise companion to walk with you, then walk alone like a rhinoceros. This sounds harsh, but it is practical. Most people lower their standards just to avoid being alone. They stay in toxic relationships. They hang out with friends who drag them down. They gossip just to fit in. The superpower of solitude gives you standards. When you enjoy your own company, you stop tolerating disrespect. You stop begging for attention. You become comfortable waiting for the right people, rather than settling for the wrong ones. You are no longer a beggar for connection, you are a selector of energy. Being alone doesn't mean you become a hermit. It doesn't mean you never love or laugh with others. It means you bring a full self to the table, not a hungry one. So, here is your challenge for this week. Take 20 minutes a day. Turn off the phone, turn off the music, close the door. Sit with yourself. At first, you might feel bored. You might feel anxious. That is the detox happening. Stay with it. Push through the boredom until you find the peace on the other side. Because the person waiting for you in that silence, that is the most powerful version of you. If this video helped you see your solitude differently, please like and subscribe to Buddha's Voice. We are building a community of people who are not afraid to be deep. And tell me in the comments, do you enjoy your alone time or do you struggle with it? Let's talk about it. Namaste.